Okay, welcome to your first tutorial on the CNC machine. So I apologize if there's background noise right now, but I am currently cutting something, so deal with it. Hopefully it's not too loud, and hopefully it's not interfering too much with this video. So, but I'm going to go ahead and just do this thing real quick. This is now what I'm doing. I'm going to do a butterfly. Why am I doing a butterfly? Because I can. Okay, back off. I wanted to. I want to do something different. So, and I want to do something with a complicated feature. So, here's what you can do. If you want to search out your very own picture, you can. Otherwise, I will put this thing on the share drive for you guys. So, maybe I'll have you guys do this one first as a walkthrough, and then you can do your own after this. Okay? Let's do that. So, I'm going to save this to the share drive. So, if you go to share drive, I'm going to make a folder here called CNC. There we go. Call it Butterfly. So if you would, go to the share drive, please, find this file, and load it. And I'm going to show you guys how to make this thing, if it's even makeable. I'm a little bit worried about the antennae here. I'm going to try to explain to you guys how this program works and some of the features you can do with it. Okay? So let's get going. So we have our image saved. Go to the VCarve. I'm going to have to save this real quick because I don't want to lose it. Okay, so I'm going to go new, and I'll explain some of the setup features here. Okay, so this is the width of the wood I have. You're not going to make it this big, though. Okay, I would like to keep it a little bit smaller. Let's go 10 by 10. Okay, just so we have a relatively decent sized space that you can work in, but not too big. If you find you need more space, talk to me, but we'll go this right now. The thickness of wood, you're going to use a microfiber board that is 1/4 inch thick. I do have thicker, I do have plywood that is thicker, but let's go with this right now, and we'll work from there. Okay, these don't matter. Please make sure this is in the middle. Okay, what this is your center point as you start your cut. It's very simple to be able to see where you're going to go if it's in the middle. So the resolution, that's fine, and then just press OK. Okay, so if you have an image, okay, you go to File, you go to Import Bitmap, okay, and then you find your picture. I have many pictures on here, okay. So I'm going to choose my butterfly that I have on the share drive. CNC Butterfly. There we go, Butterfly. Now, you can automatically move this thing around. It doesn't really matter. I like to keep things centered, though, if at all possible. If it's too big, you can size it down, then move it back in the middle. It doesn't really matter to me, but I prefer things stay in the middle because I think that's where my starting point is. Okay, but I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. Let's make it about that. Okay, so here's how you trace out your image. And I might do a couple of these just so you guys can see them. But we'll see how much time is left in the video at the very end. Okay, so you see the little bird dude right here? It says bitmap trace. Click it. Okay. What this bird dude does is it tries to find all the colors in your object. There's 24 shades of gray here. 20 shades of gray. Okay, there's 16. I can't add today. Typically, I just like to click on the white, which will pretty much like outline everything. If you're doing something else, you can change these. I haven't messed around with this much, but you kind of like get the point. Press preview, and you'll see some lines start to form. Press apply, and close. Okay, now you see little lines here. Click on your outline, and press the delete key, and now it goes away. So automatically I can see that I have my outline of my basic geometry. Sorry, I used that word. Here's how I need to do this now. So I don't want this outside box, let's just say like initially. Let's say I want to make a circle around it or something else. If you click on it, everything goes pink. Right now this is all one object. I don't want that. Okay? So I need to go over here to the side, and there is an Ungroup button. If you click this, it's like an explosion. I think if you just click it, it'll make it goes away. Now I can erase this outside line. Okay? And if I zoom in, you'll see how there are these little things like this that I don't really want these little objects. So I can go in, I can start to erase some of these little smaller objects. I'm just clicking delete as I'm going through this. Okay? I could do something lame like a name tag or something else like that, which is fine, but I'm choosing to do this for right now. So I'm going to just do a few more of these, and I'm going to call it a day. By the way, I'm pressing down on the shift button to click multiple. I should have said that earlier, but I did not, but I'm doing it now. So we're going to go through and get rid of these. I don't like that box there. I just want the round stuff. So anyway, kind of go through, press shift, and delete the stuff that you don't want. Okay? Okay. Here's a point where it comes to everyone's going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to try to go through a few different styles on just how to do this. If you want to do text, you just press T here. If you click someplace, it'll activate this. So we're going to go and caps are better, my butterfly. Okay? You have different fonts if you wish to use that, and you just press apply, and there it is. Obviously, that's way too big. So I can click on it, and I can change my size down to whatever I want to. Okay? So now it's there. So now you can go ahead and you can move this thing around. You can do whatever you want with it, okay? And I see my butterfly is not really placed well, but it doesn't really want me to move unless I highlight the entire thing, and I'm not going to mess around with that. So I'm just going to slide this guy over just a tad. Okay. Then let's say I want to put a circle around this because I want this thing to be in a round object. So I'm going to click circle. I'm going to click on the middle-ish and then draw it out. It does allow you to do a diameter, radius, and things like that, but I'm not worried about that just now. I'm going to press apply. Okay. So how would I cut this thing out? The order does matter. You look on the right-hand side, you see where it says Toolpaths. Now, if you hit set, there are some basic things that are like setup. Datum in the middle, yes. That's good there. 0.21 is great. Okay? So I'm going to just press OK. All right. What do all these things mean right here? Well, I know what a couple of them mean, but I haven't gone through them all. So we'll have to go through this as we go through it. It does matter which order you do because that will matter what cut first. You don't want to cut the thing out first because then you're not going to have much to play around with. So let's say I want to do all the insides and then maybe just cut out this outside area to be a little bit deeper. Okay? So here's how I would do that. I would highlight all my stuff here. Obviously I forgot something. But I don't want this outside area. Because why? Because I just don't want it. So I'm going to leave this outside line because I'm not going to cut that all the way through. So I'm going to press shift. I'm going to deselect the outside. Okay? So that's good to learn. Okay? So, if you ever want to cut something all the way in, so I want to fill these in, and I'm going to grave out these areas right here. You have to click the second one in, which is called a pocket tool. Why? Well, pocket goes all the way in. You know what I'm saying? You got me? So you click this, and then you're in your pocket depth. Okay. The first thing is your cut depth. You have a 1/4 inch. You have a 1/4 inch to play around with. Let's say I want to go 0.15. Okay? Now, the next thing is this. You don't have this tool loaded yet. Why? Because, well, you don't. There's two different sizes of tools I mainly have. One is an 1/8 inch, which is 0.0625. Sorry, that's a 1/16 inch. Or an 1/8 inch. I do have the square end bit. I also have a ball nose bit too. There's a little bit of a difference. If this bit is not in here, let me tell you how to add it. Okay? You have to go down here and press new. I need you to do this. You go to end mill. Type in 0.0625. Here are the rest of your settings. Please follow these settings exactly how it looks. I don't want this thing to go too fast because then it rips into it. Make sense? Okay, so press OK, and that loads. The next thing I want to do is my passes. I like doing multiple different passes because I don't want it to cut through too fast. So for pretty much, for every 0.5, I want to do a pass. Okay, so I'm doing 3 different passes. Why? Because I also don't feel like breaking my bit, and I want a smooth cut. Okay, so I just press OK. This stuff doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. Change your name. So we're going to go pocket inside of Butterfly. Caps don't matter, but I'm just doing it. And if I press this calculate button, it will calculate everything it did. Now, you will quickly notice how it didn't do some of these little things like this. Why? Because they're too small. It won't work. And I did that on purpose. That's why I also use a smaller bit so we can get these little things like this. So 2D view, you will still see all your geometry. 3D view, you actually see your object. Okay, let's try to finish this up before this time expires. If I just want to cut out this line right here, I'm going to click it, and I'll close this out, and I'm going to click on this File Toolpath. What this does is this does an outline of whatever you choose. I'm going to keep the same bit, but let's say I want to do just point, we'll go 1.5 again, okay? So I'm going to change my toolpaths. I want 3. They'll take longer, but it's worth it because you want quality. And then you go down here to the very bottom. As you get done with it, ignore that, ignore that, ignore that. I'm going to call this outside Butterfly. I calculate it. That looks great. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to go back into my toolpath now. Okay. Let's say I want to do my name, but I want to do that a little bit differently. Or a little butterfly thing. So I'm going to click on 2D preview. I'm going to click on butterfly here. Okay. I tend to like to use the same bit on everything. If you can use an 1/8 inch bit, just ask and we can make it work. Okay. But I'm kind of fond of the 16th inch bit. So let's say I want to do a pocket on this, but I want to go a little bit less shallow. So I'm going to do a pocket. I'll go 0.10. I want to do 2 passes because I'm making the standard that for every 0.05 we need an extra pass. And we'll call this one name. Or whatever it is. Can't spell. Okay. I got an error because I obviously didn't click something on my vectors. Okay. Tool can't fit, so I can't use this one. Alright, so I'm going to have to close this out. It happens. So let me try doing the file path. Maybe that will give me a little bit of luck. So change this. Go one more in. Call this name. I got to calculate. There we go. See, look. There's my butterfly. Not bad, but I may want to enlarge my font. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea. Your very last path is probably one of the most important ones. I want to get this outside one right here. So this one, I go to the File Toolpath. Now, I want it. My piece is 0.25. I gotta go deeper than that. I'm gonna go 0.27. 3, 4 light passes should be enough. More I could do, but I don't want to. Press OK. Go down. Call this border. Yes, I'm aware it's going to cut through. I'm okay with that. And now it's going to outline it. Okay? Here's your last step. That's really loud. Okay, if all these are selected, you press Save. Make sure this is selected where you see all your toolpaths. Border must be your last toolpath. If not, this will not work. You have a lot more options on here. The one you want is Stepcraft Arc MM. Okay, make sure you find that your list may be longer. I updated mine so I don't have as many options. You click this. You press Save. Save it to a flash drive. I'm going to save mine to the H drive so I can access it to another location. And we're going to call this one my butterfly. Okay. Now I've exported to a cut. But I didn't save my file though. If you want to save your file, you have to go to File, Save As, and here it is. I prefer you do both, because otherwise I can't make changes to it. Alright? So, this is my tutorial on how to use a picture in the CNC with making a butterfly. Hope you have fun. Good luck. Yell at me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.